here it goes. Scotty was living in Kamloops, and he phoned me. He phoned me in Vancouver. He says, I want you to come and play in Kamloops. And if I set up the gig, will you come and play? And I said, sure. That'd be fine. I'll drive up and do it. And so I think it was probably a couple months later or something like that. He phoned me up and he said, I've got it all together. We're going to play 2 nights, Friday and Saturday night. I've got the drummer all lined up, and I'll play, acoustic guitar and bass pedals, and you play the fiddle, and we'll have a great time. And I said, great. So I got there, and just before, about a couple of days before, he said, if you can get there early, then maybe we can run through a few tunes in the afternoon. And so I said fine. And so I got there, and Scotty wasn't there yet. He wasn't there, but there was this set of drums on the stage that was they were immaculate. They were immaculate, and they were pristine, and there was drums everywhere. There was like, I can't remember. There was like 5 toms, and there was like cymbals everywhere, and so then Scotty came and set up his bass pedals, and he had a poster. He had a poster done. From the Maritimes, the raging Cajun fiddle player, and it was going to be a big do, and so then the drummer walked in. I can't remember his name. It doesn't really matter anyway. And so what it turned out was that Scotty didn't really know the fella. He didn't really know the fella, but he worked at the music store, and he said and he said that it would be fine, and so that's great. And so we ran through a sound check in the afternoon, and of course playing the fiddle. A lot of things are quite fast, where you're just doing a lot of things like this, right? And so we started out, with the sound check, and it doesn't matter where the tempo started. In about 8 bars, it would descend down to peaceful, easy feeling, and stay there. So it didn't matter. It didn't matter what I did, and so I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be challenging. This is going to be challenging. But I'm still a gamer. I'm always a gamer. We'll make it happen. And so that night, it was very, very challenging because everything that I tried to do always turned into peaceful, easy feeling, with that, And so I think I kind of bad vibed the drummer, because at the end of the night, he starts packing up his drums, because we were supposed to play there on Saturday night. He says, I don't need this shit. And so he packed up his drums, and I'm thinking, well, what are we gonna do? And I don't know who thought about it, but let's get a drum machine. It can't be any worse than this. So the next day, so the guy packs up. The guy packs up, and he takes his drums home, and Scott gets a phone call in the morning from the owner of the bar, right? Because I guess apparently they're friends, and he wants to know what's going on. How come the drummer's not playing? And Scott explained it to him, and So anyway, we're going to play on the Saturday night. But Scotty doesn't have a drum machine, so we have to go to the music store to get one. And so we go to the music store to get one, and he gets one, but he's never ever used this one before. And we spend like 2-3 hours in the afternoon trying to figure the freaking thing out. You know, it was quite complicated. And so all I needed, I told all I need like 3 beats. You know, like a fast 2/4. Peaceful, easy feeling, and something else, right? A 3/4 time thing or something like that. And so we get that together. So, you know, it's Saturday night. The raging Cajun fiddle player is in the house, right? And there's this duo of me playing the fiddle and Scotty, you know, with his guitar. And the bass pedals. So we get there, and he sets up the drum machine, and then he turns on his bass pedals, and his bass pedals don't work. They don't work. And I see him over there at the side of the stage, and he's pulling wires out. So basically, the long story short is that the bass pedals never did work. He hucked them out. And what we did was we turned the bass on the drum machine on to maximum, so it went. And so when you're going like a 2/4, go all night long, and Scotty's playing his acoustic guitar. So anyway, we got through the gig. It was just him and I. And then the final part of it was that I was leaving for going back to Vancouver the next day, and he says, I thought it was supposed to be this much, this amount of money, and he goes, oh yeah, no, I didn't get it all from the boss. I'm going to get it. I'll owe you $50, right? I'll owe you $50. And so I said, okay. So for the next 15 years, every time that he phoned me, he would say, hey, Como, I got your $50. Phone me. And so it was, in retrospect, it was a great story. It was a great fun with him and I, right? But it was pretty crazy at the time. It was trying to make this thing happen. It just seemed like everything that could possibly go wrong, it kind of went wrong. And anyway, that's a Scotty story. It hurt mama, papa, 'cause a little boy